Hey everybody, welcome to Manic Monday on Christina's It Is What It Is. So, I've been trying to think about what we're gonna do today. And in the middle of me sitting here thinking, I realized I almost forgot to take my son to go get his haircut. So that's where we're at right now. He's in the barber shop and I'm sitting out in my truck. And I looked down and realized that I still have a bunch of Christmas cards. So I've got to go mail those out, which is just right there. We live in a really small town. So one of them, though, was for our police department. I made sure to take a Christmas card to the police department, to the state patrol. I sent one out to a few other random places that you guys are probably like, why would you send those there? Well, I've been kind of holding off on talking a lot about my daughter. Makes me super emotional. It has been 10 months exact as of tomorrow since my oldest daughter passed away in a car accident. She was 18. She would have been 19 this last October. So very young, very young. I've been through a lot of ups and downs with it. The accident was just that. It was an accident. She was coming around a corner out on the highway, literally 2 miles from my house. It wasn't snowing. It wasn't, icy. It wasn't raining. It wasn't dark. Her tires were brand new. Her brakes were great. I mean, she wasn't on her phone. She wasn't impaired. She wasn't, it was just an accident. She came around the corner on the highway, and there was a gentleman behind her. He watched the whole thing, so the account of the situation was from him. She came around the corner and hit the grass on the right side, which the turn comes left, but she hit the grass a little bit on the shoulder and came back up on the road and overcorrected. And when she overcorrected, she ended up rolling her pickup truck. She was ejected from the vehicle. And on February 13th of 2022 at 10:38 in the morning, she died. The only thing that I can say is, if she were here, I would kick her ass for not wearing her seatbelt. She knew better. I'm a stickler on that. I know that a lot of people they don't think that it's ever going to happen to them. I'm not going to get into a wreck. Why do I need to wear my seatbelt? It's annoying. Listen, I know seatbelts are annoying. I'm a big girl. It sits like right here and it just keeps sliding. I get it. I get it. Do you know that more than 46,000 people a year in the United States die in car accidents because they're not wearing their seatbelts? Now, that's from a couple years ago, so it has gone up. They say that teenagers age 16, so driving age 16 to 19, are more likely than any other age group to be involved in a car accident, be it their fault or not. It's not always their fault. that is the group that is involved in the most car accidents every year. Jeez. Every single day, 32 people die from alcohol-related car accidents. That's like one person every 30 to 45 minutes, okay? And people that aren't wearing seatbelts, those statistics are way up there. I mean, the other statistic that really gets me is in 2020, which, if anybody remembers 2020, things were shut down. I mean, there weren't people out all the time. There weren't, people were home. They most of them stayed where they were told to be. Says that only 44% of drivers and 41% of passengers that were involved in a vehicle accident where there were fatalities were wearing a proper seatbelt or wearing the seatbelt properly. That's less than half the people that were involved in accidents where there was a fatality were actually wearing a seatbelt. Now, I'm telling you from a mother's point of view, a mother that lost her child from an accident. I know it's annoying, okay? I know that. I do. But guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth risking your life. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. I sure as hell never thought that I would have a state patrol officer and a sheriff show up at my door and have to tell me that my daughter was killed in an accident. I never thought that I wouldn't celebrate her birthday every year. I never thought that I would never be able to just call her or hug her or give her crap. I never thought that her and I would never be able to start a YouTube channel because she wouldn't be here. You never think it's going to happen to you, and then it does. And that you wish you could change everything and you can't. And then if you're like me, and I'm sure most parents that have lost a child, and it's not just parents, please guys don't think that I'm trying to single anybody out, okay? If you're like me, you don't know how to use proper coping mechanisms. So instead of drinking or turning to something else, you do stupid little things that make you smile, like taking Christmas cards to the chief of police. Or the sheriffs or the state patrol. Just because you know that they went through it too. They don't feel the same way you do, but they went through it too, I couldn't imagine being one of them. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine having to deliver that news, having to show up on that scene, having to do any of it. I couldn't imagine it. But it makes me smile giving them Christmas cards, knowing that, hey, they're not my family. We're not friends. I mean, we're friendly, of course. But they're a part of my family, whether they know it or not. They hold a piece of my heart. They, and I can't forget the EMTs. Sorry. My brain is just so scattered and crazy. Wear your seatbelts, people. I know I don't know the most of you. The ones of you I do know, I'd like to see you again. And the way that people drive nowadays, oh, I think I need like a 5-point harness or something. Keep my ass in this truck if something ever happens. I know this is supposed to be Manic Monday. I'm supposed to teach you how to do something. I'm supposed to do something random. But today, I don't really know what to do half the time. I don't know. I know the things that I like to do. I know the things that need to be done. I know all that. Um, but most days I feel like, what's the purpose? Or what's my purpose? What's the point in doing anything? Like, if I feel like this, why? It doesn't matter. Uh, People tell you all the time, if so and so were here, they wouldn't want you to be like that. So and so wouldn't want you to do this. Listen, I knew Harmony better than anybody in this world, and I'm telling you right now, she would be kicking my butt up one wall and down the other, probably pulling my hair and then tickling me and then pinching me and bite, you name it, okay? She would be so angry that Mom was crying. She hated it when I cried. And I tried not to cry. I try, but there's no sense in holding it in. It's gonna blow up if you don't. She would hate it. I didn't want to put up my Christmas tree, but she would have been really mad. Like, she knows how much my Christmas tree means to me. It's just a thing. It's an object. But it brings me joy. It makes me smile when I see it, because our tree is full of, every year I get each person in my family a new ornament. Whatever they're into that year, or if it's just something that I think they might like, or it's one of our traditions. So therefore, our tree is full of memories. I look at an ornament from 2008. Harmony has a High School Musical locker that my ex-husband and I finally had to take the batteries out of, because that thing would drive us nuts. Oh my goodness. But I look back at that and I can think exactly to that day that she got that, and she'd open it and shut it, open it and shut it, open it. I'm like, Harmony, come on. I'm like, just, it's full of memories. And she would have been really mad at me if I would not have put it up. But then the thing is, 2 years ago, because anybody that knew her, anybody that knows me knows, her and I are two of a kind. I know you guys have heard of soulmates and all this other good stuff, but have you ever heard of a twin flame? Okay, soulmates don't just have to be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. Okay, your soulmate could be your best friend. Your soulmate could be your child. Your soulmate could be your sibling. Like, your soulmate could be a stranger that you haven't met yet. You never know. But Harmony was definitely my twin flame. That she was my mini me through and through. She was definitely my mini me. Anyways, 2 years ago, she decided that she wanted her own tree, because she wanted a tree in her bedroom, because she wanted to smile. Okay, so she went and she worked. So she went, she got her tree, she got her ornaments. Mom picked her out ornaments, of course, because that's my thing. It's my thing. And now that she's gone, of course, I inherited that tree. So now I have 2 trees in my living room. And because her tree didn't have quite as many ornaments as mine did, I had to go get her some, what I call floof. I did my mom's tree too, so. But it's gorgeous. They're side by side. The bottom of hers is like in with ours, That way she's still there. She's, she can see it. I know everybody's gonna tell me, just, it'll get better. There's a reason. There is no reason. And if there is, it's a BS reason, and somebody needs to be throat punched, okay? If they think that there's a good enough reason for an 18-year-old to be taken from their family, from their fiance, from their siblings, from their parents, bite me. You don't get to say that. As far as saying that it's going to get better, there's nothing about this that's going to get better. I appreciate every person in my life that has told me that. I appreciate it. But I think that's part of the reason why I've kind of shut down, because I got tired of hearing it. I know that it makes other people feel better to say that. And I, like I said, I don't mean to sound ungrateful by any means. But it doesn't get better. You start to learn little ways to kind of make it through each day. It's been 10 months and it feels like a freaking lifetime. It's not going to get better. I'm going to learn a little bit more how to deal with it, how to, just how to deal with it. I know my videos are all over the place, people, and this one is sad and depressing, and I apologize for that, but it makes me feel better getting it out. And I'm not going to go into it a lot right now because I do want to have permission from the parents first, but almost basically just a year apart each one, a couple of my friends that I went to school with, both of them lost a child right around Harmony's age. And it's all been within just a couple years. There's just no reason for it. None. Sickness, accidents, just things. We need to hold our family tighter, hold your children tighter. I need to learn to stop being so hard on them. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm really hard on my kids about respect and, being responsible, but just teach those things that you're supposed to teach. But as far as all you kids out there go, I know it's fun, but just be responsible. Wear your seatbelts. All of you. Adults, children, I don't care who you are, wear your damn seatbelt. As soon as I start this truck, my seatbelt will be on. Trust and believe. I don't go anywhere without my seatbelt. And that was before, not just because of that. I think that's probably going to be it for this video. I'll drop a little bit more, maybe another surprise video later, or a couple of shorts or something. Next Monday, I have a good recipe for y'all. And I'm going to make you wait a week for it. It's going to be my Christmas present to you. And it's probably going to be all over the place, but anyways, if y'all have any questions or you just want to chat or anything, just comment. Or, if you know who I am, you know how to get a hold of me. Thank you guys for listening. I know, again, I'm always all over the place. I need a little squirrel up here that just kind of bounces all over the screen because that's what my brain is like. I need that. All right. Well, I'm going to head out. I've got letters to mail. I've got kids to harass now, and who knows? I might just go home and take a nap. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. Hope you liked the video. If not, it is what it is. See you on Wednesday.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.